What's goody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I bought my dream car at the age of 19. And before we get into it, let me introduce myself. If it's your first time seeing my face, my name is Mr. Risk to Limit. You're on the Risk to Limit YouTube channel where we turn up, we talk about credit, how you guys can make money online, all things like that. So if that interests you, go ahead and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, I appreciate you for coming back. We're dropping more sauce daily on this channel. So let's get right into it. So how I bought my dream car at the age of 19. And this was about coming up on a year and a half ago now. It was last summer that I bought this car. And the car was actually a 2014 Lexus IS 350. And to some of you people, you might be like, a 2014 car or an older car was your dream car. And I'm going to politely say yeah, because this car, bro, I had been eyeing a car like this, especially the spec that I had for a very long time, like since I was young, like 16, bro, 17, and probably even before that. And I remember one time, because I used to work at an auto body shop, I got that car. It was the same exact car that I got, a Lexus IS 350, and it was an F Sport too. So this car was white. If you guys don't know what this car looks like, I might pop a picture of it right here. It has a white exterior, so it's a white car with a red interior. It had the red guts, and I drove that car for the first time at like 16 or 17 when I was working at a body shop, and I just fell in love with that car, bro. So every time I would see that car, I told myself I'm gonna get that car. I would always be on Facebook trying to get this car, bro. Always, but I never wanted to get any other car except for that one. It had to be either white or black exterior, and it had to be the 350 with a red interior, and it had to be F Sport. It had to be. So one day I'm literally scrolling through Facebook Marketplace, as we all do when we're trying to look for a car or just trying to look for anything, bro. It's scrolling through Facebook Marketplace is like scrolling through social media, bro. You just see things that might be a steal that you can buy, maybe flip, or that you might like and just keep for yourself. So I was just looking at this time. I remember I had just sold my Corolla. So a little backstory, I had just sold my Toyota Corolla a few months before that, like starting the summer. So it was like either May or something like that, starting the summer. My Corolla was being a little bit buggy, and it low-key, the engine, the engine was good. The engine was strong, but the transmission was being a little finicky. I took it to Toyota. They said I needed a whole new transmission. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I basically just started looking for cars on Facebook Marketplace, and I ended up just posting my Corolla, and I sold it. I got a couple bands, probably like 3-4 bands from my Corolla, and that was pretty much all. That's pretty much what I paid for. I think I paid like 3.5 or 4 for that car. So I got that money back, and I paid for that car outright. So I got that money back. I didn't have a loan or anything on that car. So now I had like a couple $1,000 to play with, and I was like, bruh, I need to just stick with a car. This is now my third car, that Corolla. So I had gotten a white Corolla before, crashed it. And I got a Honda Civic. It was bad, so I sold it like a couple weeks later. And then I got the Corolla, and I had it for a little bit, but I was just like, bruh, I need to get a better car, and one that's a little bit newer, a little bit faster, just nicer overall, where I don't gotta be worrying about maintenance. So I ended up selling that Corolla, and that summer I was pretty much carless for a good little bit. I was driving my mom's van and my mom's like Toyota Tundra pickup truck. So I would drive that every now and then, and usually I would just walk to the gym or run to the gym because it was like 5 minutes from my house. But yeah, so I was doing that for a while, and then basically I found that Lexus on Facebook Marketplace, and when I found it, bro, literally the same day the guy posted it, I went to go see it. I checked out the car. I was pretty much the first person to go look at that car. I got very lucky when I got that car. It was literally it looked brand new, bro. Like the seats were new. It had like 80,000 miles on it for a 2014. That was very nice. And as you guys know, or if you don't know, Lexus is made by Toyota, and Toyota quality is very good. So that's why I really wanted that car, because just the maintenance was going to be good. It was going to be a little bit faster than any other car I had before. So that's why I really liked that car. And I know I'm ranting a little bit, but promise me, stick to the end. I'm going to give you guys the sauce on how I actually got it. But just giving y'all some backstory for those who care. If you don't, skip to the end. I'm going to give y'all some sauce. But yeah, I ended up being the first one to go look at the car. And the guy reserved it for me because I told him, like, I'm guaranteed I'm going to go get this car. and I'm gonna go apply and get pre-approved for a loan. So that's what I ended up doing. And yeah, the guy reserved it for me. And when I bought it, I think I bought it for like 20 bands. So what I ended up doing um, is I got a loan. So let's get into the credit sauce on what I did to get this car really. So what I did is I went through, of course, an institution. I went through Navy Federal. I've been preaching to you guys about the Navy Federal auto loans for a minute, and they came in clutch when I went to go get that car. So basically, what I did, I used some of the money that I had, like the 3 or 4 bands that I had from selling my Corolla, and I gave that to the guy in cash. And then I went and applied for the auto loan and got like an auto loan for like 16K from Navy, and then I also gave that to the guy. So the guy was also very, very lenient when it came to paying him. So even if you guys are thinking about getting a car and you want to get it privately, you don't want to go to a dealer, those checks can also work to give it to just a regular person selling their car. Of course, the bank is going to always want the VIN, and they're going to check out the car for you and everything. If you go through Navy, they will actually give you a free Carfax report once you apply for the auto loan with the VIN that you want for the car. So if you apply for an auto loan through Navy, you have 2 options. So let's get into the sauce with Navy. So you have 2 options. Basically, you can do like a general pre-approval for a certain amount that you're not going to put the type of car that you want in there. It's just going to be approval that they're going to give you, okay, you have this much money to spend on any car that you want, right? Or you can do like a specific pre-approval where you already know the exact car that you want, put that VIN in, and then they will give you a Carfax report and all that and approve you for the loan if your credit is good and all that. I have a video on my channel telling you guys how to get a Navy Federal auto loan. So go ahead and watch that video. That is the most in-depth video I can do on the Navy Federal auto loan. So that's one of the banks I highly recommend when doing that. Or another credit union is PenFed. PenFed also gives good loans when it comes to getting these things. So I literally just used some of the cash that I had, and I didn't even really have to do that. Navy probably could have approved me for the $20,000 right off the bat, and I could have just gave that check to the guy, but the guy didn't want the check to be that high, like $20,000. So I gave him some cash, and then I gave him the rest with the check. But like I said, some people might just be cool with just a check, and then you don't have to do any down payment. So for me, I ended up having to do technically a down payment, not because of my institution, but just the guy wanted a little bit of down payment to reserve the car and to just have some of the payment in cash. So that was his preference. And yeah, that's basically how you guys can get an auto loan, even if you're very young. I got this car when I just was 19 years old, literally a year, maybe a year and a half after starting my credit. So that's a pretty big banger for you guys that are young and looking to get an auto loan. If you're older and you've already had auto loans on your credit report, like now I am. So little backstory on the car that I'm talking about. I sold that car, and now I have a car rental business basically. So I have a couple of cars. I have a Corolla and a Tesla that I use for a rental car business. So I have that. And now that I paid off that Lexus. So when I sold that Lexus, I got that money and I sold and I paid off the auto loan that I had with Navy. So that counted as a paid off auto loan on my report. I sold that car after a year of having it, and I really do miss that car. If somebody has that make and model of that car, 2014 to 2016 Lexus IS 350 F Sport with red interior. It has to have the red interior. I'm not taking one with black or anything else. I want red interior, or actually I'll accept if you have peanut butter interior. If you know what the peanut butter interior is, you know what I'm talking about. If you have peanut butter or red interior and it's a 3F and it's a 350 F Sport, hit me in the DM, hit me in the comments. I will try to talk to you and negotiate that car because I really am looking to get that car again. I fuck with it heavy and I really miss that car. So hit me in the comments for that. But let's continue into more credit sauce. So yeah, with Navy, of course, you guys build a relationship with them. They're going to pull from your TransUnion to get that. And then PenFed, they're going to pull your Experian. And they're also, same thing with Navy, they can pre-qualify you, give you an interest rate. And yeah, so what I was saying with the paid off auto loans, now that I paid off that Lexus auto loan for $16K with Navy, now that extends me to get more auto loans with other banks and institutions because I see that I have a paid off auto loan on my report. Big thing that I'm stressing to you guys is to try to do that. Maybe get a car that you know is not going to lose a lot of value, because what ended up happening with the Lexus is I paid like 20 bands for it, and then when I went to sell it, I only got like 17 for it. So I lost money because the car market went down and I drove that car a lot. It depreciated a lot. So I ended up losing money. But if you guys can get a car, right, that you know is not going to lose too much value, maybe like it's going to stay the same, or it's going to only going to lose like 500 or $1,000, you guys can get that car, be paying it for like 6 to 12 months, right? And then after that time, sell it. And now it looks like you have a paid off auto loan on your report. So boom, that's basically just creating installment auto lines on your report that you paid off. And the more you do that, the higher and higher you can get with auto loans. So right now I have one for the Corolla, which was like 28K. So I'm constantly right now, I'm trying to just, that car is being rented out. So it's getting paid for. And then once I want to go trade that car in, I pay off that loan. And it looks like I have a 28K loan paid off after 6 to 12 months of having that loan. So that's how you guys build these auto loans to get to the max. So this was even some more sauce that I wasn't even trying to put in this video, but since I'm just yapping right now about credit, my mind just keeps going, and I gave you guys the sauce on basically how to get your dream car at a very young age to keep building up those auto loans. So in maybe a couple years, or probably even right now, I could probably go out and get a 40K auto loan, or maybe even a 50, 60K auto loan if I put a little bit of down payment. It just depends on the relationship you build with your institution. I highly recommend either Navy, PenFed, or a local credit union near you. Those will be some of your best bets. And if you guys have any more gems on institutions that will do that for somebody with newer credit but that has great relationship with the bank, let me know. Put that institution down in the comment. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. That was pretty much the sauce that I wanted to give you guys, how you guys can get your dream car at a very young age. So I appreciate you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the love, everything you guys are doing. We're just growing and growing and growing even more. So go ahead and leave a like, comment on the video what you want to see next. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace.